This article's title is Honeybees Can Understand Nothing. Australian scientists taught bees the concept of zero, something human children struggle with, by Resnick. This article is based on a lot of different aspects of behavioral and biopsychology. However, many of the sentences and key ideas in this paper use terminology incorrectly in a way that would misinform the reader. So my objective is to extrapolate the correct information and to summarize the results from many of the research that's gone into studying these honeybees. Resnick writes, humans have around 100 billion neurons, and the bee brain only has fewer than 1 million. And he implies that this is a very significant finding. However, body mass is proportional to brain size, and intelligence is not. The number of cortical neurons and higher conduction velocity of cortical fibers are the main indicators of intelligence in a species, explains Roth in a study in 2005. Resnick starts his article off with a comparison with the number of neurons, and he has a valid point. However, to compare these new numbers is unfair. This is a visual from the Australian. Resnick compares children not understanding zero in kindergarten and bees understanding zero. However, children can understand the concept of zero in a much different way. Children first learn to identify the symbol for zero, and then they learn what it represents, and they will usually fail to understand zero as a numerical value until they're older, which is explained in a study by Merritt in 2013. However, the point is that humans can conceptualize zero as a number and can manipulate zero in our working memory. Bees simply possess the ability to discriminate that a system with no items, an empty set, is more rewarding than a display with items. Resnick writes about bees doing complex math. However, bees cannot do complex math. Bees can learn through differential reinforcement to learn and manipulate relationships between visual stimuli, which is the result of a study done by Howard in 2017. So it's not as if bees are adding numbers in their head the same way humans are, which is how Resnick would probably have the reader thinking. Resnick writes that scientists don't I want to explain how honeybees actually process information according to different research. So honeybees are very efficient and can reliably associate visual stimuli with positive reinforcement. They use this reinforcement to be capable of learning many different complex tasks. They can go through mazes and identify very specific visual features. And they're one of the only invertebrates that can do anything like this. Through testing, researchers conclude it's likely bees use multiple concept processing and visual acuity to accomplish these complex tasks, which is shown in a study by Albert Weber in 2012. In conclusion, I would like to say Resnick has found a very fascinating subject to write about, but he didn't do so very well. The article has a lot of crude statements about the behavior of bees and humans, and he either has insufficient citation or interprets research wrong. For example, Resnick says bees can understand zero, but it's inaccurate. Bees cannot understand the same way humans can, which is what he would probably have most readers thinking. The studies I found mostly explain that bees can conceptualize many different types of situations and have a very high visual acuity, which allow them to complete complex tasks.